and welcome back to Kanji Master. The next kanji we're going to look at is the kanji for explanation or rumor. The onyama reading is setsu, like setsume, which I'll show you how to draw shortly, and the kunyama reading is the to from toku, meaning to explain. To draw it's pretty simple. Say, horny older brother. So potentially, even though your older brother is, let's say, a 40-year-old overweight man, he often dresses up, horns on his head, and runs around town, which is really no good. So you say to him over and over and over again that this is not appropriate behavior. And there he is, just picture your that overweight middle-aged brother running around in like a children's costume with horns on his head. And you have to explain to your friends as well what he's up to. So setsume, that's how you draw it, and that's it. On to the next one. The next kanji is the kanji for to send or escort. The onyama reading is so, like soshin, to transmit, which we'll be able to draw after we learn this and the following kanji. The kunyama reading is oku from okuru, meaning to send or to escort someone. To draw it's fairly simple. We'll pin it here. So you go 1, 2, 3, 6. Now, easy enough to remember. Again, I'm nicking this from Wanikani, but you know, it's a resource that I'm not shy to recommend. The horns on top of heaven. Basically, no one with horns can get into heaven, but what they can do is ride a water slide down to hell. So you can't send someone with horns to heaven and ride a water slide down to hell. Cool. Well, good. On to the next one. The next kanji is the kanji for trust or faith. The onyama reading is shin, like shinjiru, to believe, or shinyo is like confidence or faith in something. So to draw it, it's pretty simple. You have to ask yourself, do you believe what people say? Do you believe what people say? If they're trustworthy, you probably would. Shinyo. Shinyo. Confidence in what someone says. Combine it with the previous kanji we just learned. Soshin, to transmit. On to the next one. The next kanji means table or desk. The onyama reading is ki, like kijo, on the table, or kunyomi is tsukue, meaning desk. To draw it's very simple. So basically, the radical on the left is the one we've been using for table, things like when we talked about IKEA, with tables and chairs, if you recall. So, tables and chairs, etc. And then next to it we have the kanji for tree. So I often find with these sort of boring situations, if you use tree, if you use sort of magic, it makes these things a little bit more memorable. So let's think about a tree growing into the shape of the desk. It can be coming alive, like you touch the tree, like Harry Potter style with your wand or something, and it grows into a desk on the right hand side, grows into a table or desk. That's a pretty good way to remember, I guess. On to the next one. So the next kanji we're looking at is the kanji for old age, old man, or grow old. The kunyama reading is o from oiru, meaning, or the fu from fukeru, meaning to grow old, and the onyama reading is the ro from rojin. We can draw it like this. So we've got what we would call a coffin, you know, something sliding into the ground, and a spoon. So potentially, if you can imagine that in the rojin, old rojin home, the old people's home, there's a very lonely old man, and his best friend is a spoon. And when they finally bury the man in the coffin, they put the spoon in too, and everyone crying because the spoon was a great spoon as well. You know, they'll miss the spoon as well. They miss the old man. Old man buried in the coffin with his favorite spoon or best friend who's a spoon. That's sad, but there you go. On to the next one. And the last kanji for today, and indeed the last kanji for this week. I've been saving this one for a while, but I think it's about time we learned it. We've basically finished all the elementary kanji. So this kanji basically means China, but it's the onyama reading is the kan from kanji. So from today we can actually write the word kanji. We're over 350 kanji in, so I think it's about time to learn it. It's a bit of a complicated shape, and it's not really that common in any other word except for kanji. So my phone's going off there. So that's why I have saved it till now, but here we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 6. So if we break it down, we've got splashing around, some grass, 2 squares, and our 4-armed husband, or yeah, basically. So when you think about kanji, there it is, the kanji master. Think about what kind of feeling does it come from kanji, and when you hear like kanji master, you can imagine that, you know, you don't see it, guys, but I often, you know, I'm outside in the sun with my big square glasses on, my 2 squarey eyes. I put grass on my head. I sprout 2 extra arms. You guys have never seen it before. I sprout 2 extra arms. I go around. I start splashing around everywhere. And so when you think about kanji master, think about me, square eyes with grass on my head, my secret second pair of arms, splashing around outside. Obviously, this is the kanji for husband. I'm not married, but you know, this is all imaginary. So let's imagine that that's possible too. It would make my mum very happy. Oh, such a sad story now. Anyway, let's move on to something a little bit happier. Let's have a look at the poster for this week and see how much progress we've made. Exciting. Here we go. And there we have it. It's a seriously large amount of kanji we've already done, almost 400 already, which is amazing, which is something like 17% of all the kanji we'll need to learn. We're only halfway through our 2nd month, so this is amazing. As you can see, the top almost 4 or 5 lines are almost done. And I think we're basically on to intermediate kanji now, so those of you studying for the N5 or N4 kanji test are probably pretty much already there. So congratulations. Let's keep this up. This is, from now on, it gets a bit more interesting for me too, because these will be the kanji that I actually don't know pretty much coming forward from now. Well, maybe the next couple of weeks. So let's keep studying together. Let's keep working towards the goal of learning all 2,138 Joyo kanji, pretty much plus 2 with this course. Hope to see you guys all next week. See ya. Bye.